Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel Profile Plus. This is Padma. In my video today, I have just picked up a most important topic, the common mistakes with prepositions. See, normally friends, people who are good at tenses, they make the silly errors at the end of the sentence. You know where? That comes under the preposition. Okay, today in this video, I picked up a very simple 3 prepositions where you can correct most of the errors. Let's begin. Yes friends, the 3 important prepositions which I picked for you today is in, on and at. See, these are the most commonly used prepositions. If you have a better idea where to use this and when to use this, most probably you can correct your common mistakes. So I have just picked up in as my first word today here. See, normally people when speak about anything like, example, if somebody is asking you, hey, what are you doing? Then normally, people say about I am in the bed. I am in the bed. It is quite wrong. So please understand there are 2 differences between in the bed, in bed and on the bed. See friends, this is a very common mistake. It's always in bed. I'm in bed. See, why are we using in here? See, there is 2 difference between on and in, as I told you. Where we use on, example, you just put a toy on the table. It is just on the blanket. It's just on the blanket. Or you just go and sit on the blanket or on the bedspread of your bed. Then you can probably say, I am sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the bed. But literally when you lie down in the bed and then you just put your blanket on you, then when someone asks you, you should only say I'm in bed. I'm in bed. Do you read in bed? Yes, I read in bed. I hope you understand the difference. When you put some toys or clothes on the bed, it is literally on the blanket. So you should use the term on. Okay, but here you are just inside the blanket. Maybe sometimes your friend is sick. Oh, he is sick. He is in bed. He is in bed. So you should not use the word on the bed here. So these are the 2 differences when it comes for in and on. When it is mentioning some places. Okay. So the next one. Okay. One more example I have picked here. In the chair. See, normally there are 2 differences even here like bed. When you sit in the chair, people normally use sitting on the chair. It is wrong. He is sitting in the chair. But when you put a towel on the chair, it is just literally on the backrest. Where do you put your towel? You just put the towel on the backrest. So that is when you have to use the term, the towel is on the chair. Towel is on the chair. And where is she sitting? She is sitting in the chair. Okay, she is sitting in the chair. So please understand these 2 differences. You put some materials on the chair, on the backrest, you call it on the chair. But when you sit, when you literally sit, then you should only say I'm sitting in the chair. It's just equivalent to in the bed and on the bed. So the next example I've picked up here is again in 1982. See, normally when we talk about years, also when we talk about some specific days or months, normally in October, it usually rains a lot in December. Okay, again when you talk about we got our freedom in the year 1947, right? So when you just specifically talking about the years or about a month, we use in again. These are the clues which I am giving. So while you're talking about the months or the year, please use the preposition in here. And also there is one more area where you talk about some places in common in India, in Canada. So example, we talk about a country. Okay, when have you arrived? Okay, has he arrived in Canada? Has he already arrived in Canada? In Canada. In Canada. So whenever you talk about any countries, so it is like as a whole you just talk about in India or in Canada or in the US. So we use this preposition in here. So these are the main areas where the preposition in is used. And also I told you specifically there are some areas where on is used. Example, on the chair or on the bed. So now the next one, again as I told you, this is on. So where do I use on? Again, when you put some clothes or when you just keep some materials on the blanket or you yourself sit on the bed, then that is when you use on the bed. Okay, do you have a habit of reading in bed? Yes, he always reads in bed, not in the bed, in bed. Okay, see, where are my books? Your books are on the bed or on the bed. Maybe your books, you have just kept all the books on the bed. So you just say on the bed here. Understand the two difference here. The next one here is on the chair, as I explained you already. The next one here is whenever you talk about technology. It can be a television or Instagram, Facebook, or what are the other things? Yeah, mainly we use the terms like radio. Yes, radio. See, whenever you use on computer. So computer, radio, television, Facebook, Instagram, all these areas we only use the preposition on. Are you on Facebook? Don't just tell anyone I am in the Facebook. It is a very big blunder, friends. Don't do this mistake from today. Okay, I'm on Facebook. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook? She always sits on Instagram. Okay, she's always busy on Instagram. So whenever you talk about Instagram or Facebook or somebody is always engaged on television, use the term on there. Okay, so we always love to listen on the radio. So we love to listen on the radio, on computer. Okay, so we have to sit on the computer throughout the day. Especially the IT employees can use this on the computer. See, I'm sitting on the computer throughout the day. On the computer is the particular preposition we use there. Don't say that I'm sitting in the computer, I am just using the Facebook, or I am in the Facebook, or he is always watching the television, he is always on television, he is always busy on television or whatever. Okay, so whenever there is any technology comes into the picture, try to use the term on here. So it might be confusing in between. Please make a note of it and what all the occasions you use and where specifically you use in and on. It's quite easy if you understand it. Okay, so find where we are actually going wrong and then understand why it is like that and then nail it. Okay, so next one here is at. So sorry, I missed one thing. On Bankers Colony. See, whenever you are talking about any address, again this also matters. While you are not very specific about the door number, but then you know only the street name or only you know the colony name or something. So in that case you have to say when you just come across the road, there will be a petrol pump and just behind that I live on the Bankers Colony. I live on the Bankers Colony. On Bankers Colony means you are just talking only about the street name or the area name here, but we are not really specific about the whole address. I also told you where you have to use in. While you are talking about the whole area, in the city, you can say in the city. But while you're coming for the street name or the colony name, but still you're not very specific about the door number or the full address, you have to use on here. And I'll tell you, when you know the specific address, then you are going to the next preposition at. Okay, see, at number 13, Bankers Colony. But there in the previous area, preposition, I used on Bankers Colony. It's because there I say only the street name or the colony name, but here I'm more specific. And it is not only about the address. Whenever you're just talking about any places more specific, we normally use at there. Okay, friends. So now coming back to at. See, where do we use at? See, normally many people make this error. He is sitting in the desk. It is not in the desk, friends. It is always at the desk. Okay, so she is sitting at the computer desk. Okay, she is sitting at the desk is one example, and she is sitting at the workstation, at the table, at the desk. It's not in the table, on the table. No, No other preposition is correct here. So you always use at for mentioning the desk or the table. You understand this? Or even the workstation. So please be more specific on your prepositions because these are the blender in English. The next one here is at the bankers. Yeah, this I explained you already. At number 13th Bankers Colony means more specific about the address. So you know the full address, then you just use the preposition at here. And if you're not more specific here, you just only talk about the colony where you live. Okay, then you say on. Okay, police quarters, on police quarters. Okay, so then you're not really very specific. So she lives in the city, or he lives in the village. So this is all about, you talk about a country or a city or a village, you use the term in here. And also sitting on the chair, in the chair. See, on the chair will never be applicable here. Sitting in the chair, if you put some materials on the chair, then obviously you can use on the chair. In the bed, again in bed, in bed. So please try to use all these prepositions so perfectly from today. This is so easy examples I've given. I hope this will be really useful to correct most of your mistakes from now. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give the like button. That motivates me to do a lot more videos like this. Enrich, empower and emerge with English. All the best, friends.